So Aion 2 has just released on the Korean and Taiwan servers. This allows us to actually play the game for the very first time outside of any beta tests. So I've done so and reached level 10. And what I want to look at is the monetization. How pay to win is this game actually going to be? Will you be able to survive as free to play? Or will this monthly sub be a requirement? If you want to play the game for yourself, you will have to sign up through the Purple launcher, and you will need verification with a real phone number. This can be your own personal phone number, like I'm here in Ireland and mine works. They send you an SMS and you get a code, and then you go on to character creation. You select a server and you enter the tutorial area just to teach you the basic controls of the game. After that, your character wakes up and you enter the character creator. This thing is pretty in-depth. There's a ton of customization you can do, and then you go on to choose one of the 8 different classes. There's the Assassin, Ranger, Sorcerer, Elemental, Cleric, Chanter, Gladiator, and Templar, which is what I decided to go with, primarily because I don't have the best server connection, and I'm assuming I'm going to miss a lot of dodges. Again, I live over in Ireland, and the closest servers are in Taiwan and Korea, until we get global launch, probably mid-time 2026. Overall, the combat feels pretty decent, movement as well, and I love the ability you can fly. That's always pretty cool, but there definitely are mobile elements like auto move here. You can pretty much play the game with one button, auto move, moving from one quest person to the next, and objectives and so on, until you have to go into the menus or kill something. Although while you are in dungeons, you cannot use the auto move function. But yes, so far questing definitely has a lot to be desired, and even the world itself visually misses something, especially compared to the game Where Winds Meet I've just been playing. It could be server related, but I did run into some issues, like this wall which it didn't put me through, and so I ended up stuck here having to kill myself and go back. But ultimately, let's have a look at this monetization and how pay to win does it appear to be, at least from a perspective starting out in this game. First of all, you can see the cash shop is very populated, and a lot of items need a subscription. You have this currency called Kina, and this is your usual in-game currency. You get it everywhere, and you can spend it on some basic items. But you can already see a ton of items here are locked behind the subscription where you would spend that Kina currency. Then of course there's the premium currency, which is Kuna, and this is only obtained with real world money. They also have some promotion currency you get too that you can spend in the mileage shop here. So whenever you spend real world money to purchase Kuna or to purchase packs like outfits here, you're getting this bonus currency to allow you to buy even more stuff. But having a look at these prices, we can see there's a monthly bundle you can purchase of the different levels, the maximum being 1,900 Taiwan currency, and this gives you 4k of this Kuna. So this is the max bundle. If you look at an exact exchange, that would be just over 52 euro or 61 USD. And again, that currency you can use to buy items that are used in game. So you can directly buy power items, not just cosmetics. As for the subscription, which is required here, you unlock at level 10, there are 3 different subscriptions. However, one is just a combination of the previous 2. So the cheapest subscription is going to be 430 Taiwan currency, which is nearly 12 euro or nearly 14 USD. And what this membership gives you is remote storage access, personal trade. I assume that means trading between your alternate characters. The Wind Breeze Merchants, that is this section. So you get all of these different upgrade materials, potions, buffs, things like 10% max HP, 10% move speed, giving yourself a shield. And yeah, they're clearly selling power here. Then you have the market sale list registration available, along with the Kuna exchange available. This market sale list, I assume, is the auction house, so you can list items that other people can buy. So you already are completely locked out of player trading, meaning selling items for currency, by needing this subscription. You have to spend real world money in order to have access to that. That's not to say you can't buy items from other players as free to play, you just can't sell anything. And then you have QN Exchange, which I assume you'll be able to convert this currency to, say, the in-game currency if you needed more of it. And this is the cheapest subscription, and you only get it for 28 days, not even a full month. Again, for the price of nearly €12 or 14 USD. Now, to put on top of that, there's another subscription. This is more expensive again. And what this does is directly influences how much content you can play. How quickly can you progress your character? Right here, you increase the amount of these cubes you get in expeditions and transcendence. I'm not personally sure what that is, but we can assume it's something similar to like extra rewards from dungeons. Then they have this here where you can recharge the amount of time twice. I'm not confident what that is, but it's very likely something that again increases your playtime and increases the amount of rewards you can get. Another here, increasing your energy by 50%. I assume when you go do dungeons and things like that, you'll be able to run 50% more. And finally, your Abyss access hours are doubled. That's like Abyss dungeon farming in Throne of Liberty, where you farm mobs to get drops. And with the subscription, you have twice the amount of time. The price for that subscription is over 20 USD or nearly €18. And if you want to get both subscriptions, then you just get this bundle, which is going to be a bit cheaper than if you bought both of them at 980. So in USD, that's nearly $32, while in euro, over 27. Just keep in mind though, these are direct currency conversions, so may not reflect the true cost that the global server gets. And on top of that, they have not confirmed what they're doing for the global server. They could have a completely different monetization system. The Korean server and the Taiwan servers will be the ultimate testing ground for this game over the next few months. Depending on its success and the player feedback, it could vastly change the game we get for global. So be very aware of that before you make any strict judgments. On top of these subscriptions, however, they're also having battle passes, as you see here, which will cost you 1,000 of this currency, the QNA, which they sell at 475 for 1,000, which is over 15 USD or over 13 euro. Again, that's on top of the subscription. And the Battle Pass gives you a lot of extra rewards, including power items, not just cosmetics. Just keep in mind, however, battle passes last 2 months, but there are 2 of them. I have to get to level 20 to unlock this one, and the price is even higher again, lasting for the same duration. So if we do a bit of math here, add them up, it costs you over 2,100 Taiwanese dollars for this full subscription and Battle Pass 1 and 2. However, remember these battle passes last 2 months, so in terms of a monthly value, you divide by 2, and you end up with needing to spend over 1,500 Taiwanese dollars, which is the equivalent of over 50 USD or 43 euro. Yeah, it adds up to quite a bit. And since those benefits seem to be nearly a requirement, especially with the subscription, it may be pretty rough to play this game as free to play. You cannot get the subscription without just spending real world money. But of course, remember, this is all open to change. This is just for the Korean and Taiwanese servers right now. That's just what they have to deal with. We may very well end up with a completely different system for global. I will continue leveling up, and we'll find out what kind of content this has to offer at endgame. So thanks all for watching. A special thank you to all my channel members, and we'll see you guys around.